Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I have a bit of a different video for you, but before I get into that, I did want to share a couple pieces of info and updates. First, if you have not visited my website, CoreyFrankCreates.com, I would love it if you go and check it out. You can visit my art shop on RedBubble, which has a bunch of different products with my artwork printed on them that are available for sale. It is a great way to support an independent artist, and it's one of the ways that I generate income as a full-time artist. You can also, at the bottom of any page on my website, sign up for my weekly email newsletter. You'll just enter your info, click subscribe, and then you will want to check your inbox or junk spam folder for the confirmation link. And once you click that link, you are all set and will get an update from me every Friday. You can also connect with me on social media. That is listed on my About page on my website. I also update that About page with any news or events that are coming up, and I update them with my YouTube video links. So it's a great way. It's just a general hub for getting connected with me. So again, I'd love if you go check it out, CoreyFrankCreates.com. So for the news, I started a live series just this past Friday here on YouTube. For this month of January 2023, I decided to do a live session each Friday of Art Talk. And so at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, each Friday throughout this month, January 2023, I'm going to be talking for about 15 to 20 minutes about different art topics and themes. I'd love it if you can join me live, but I understand if that's not the most convenient time, you can always catch it on the replay. So again, that will be at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. The next one is this upcoming Friday. Okay, today's video, speaking of my RedBubble art shop, I thought it would be fun to give a short little tutorial and insider's perspective on the process I go through to upload a piece of artwork to my RedBubble shop and how I place it and that whole process. So it'll be relatively quick, but if you're considering starting your own RedBubble shop, this will give you a good idea of what goes into the process of uploading your own work and having products and items on your shop. So without any further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and jump right in. So you'll want to start out by going to redbubble.com. And you will need an account. I'm not going to show you how to create one, but it's pretty comparable to other websites in creating accounts. You'll choose login at the upper right, and then it'll take you to the login screen. I have my information blurred out for privacy, but enter your email, password, and then select login. And it may take a moment to load, but it will take you to a landing page, and then you'll go to the icon on the upper right for your profile and select Manage Portfolio. And you can see I already have several items in my shop. Typically, I just copy the settings from an existing item, but I wanted to show you how to add a new work from scratch, especially if you don't have anything in your shop yet. First, I want to duplicate the tab because I am going to go ahead into the settings of this wolf silhouette, and so that I can just copy and paste the text into the new one. It'll go a little quicker. Again, that's why I like to copy the settings, but for now we're going to go ahead and add new work. Again, you can copy an existing one if you already have it, but otherwise just say upload new work. And sometimes it's also good just start from scratch. So I already have these files I've navigated to, and you can see these are very large, 8,000 by 5,000 pixels. Oops, there it is. It went away for a moment, but this is a PNG file, which means it has a transparent background. I selected that and hit open. While it's uploading, I'm going to go ahead back to that other tab to select and copy paste the text. I have sped this up. It's not in real time just because I figured it'd be a little boring to see me editing all this text. But you'll put a title that is fairly descriptive of what the work is. So maybe you'll want to include the art form or kind of whatever title you've chosen. Of course, I put hand-lettered watercolor art. And then the tags are the key words that you associate with the item. So if someone's searching for a keyword and they enter one of these, hopefully your piece will come up. So that's what those are for. It's for people to help search and find your item. And then again, same thing with the description. You want to describe what the image or item is, and then you are good to go as far as that. So we're back in real time. You can change the default background color, which is white, but I like keeping it that way. So I have all the products here. I've scrolled down a bit. You can tell that some are by default enabled and some are disabled. You can enable or disable whichever ones you want. So I'm back at the top here, and If you click on that, it shows disabled now. I re-click it and now it's enabled. Now to edit the placement of the item, you can size it up or down and it automatically places it on there for you. But if you want to play with it, this is how to do it. So you can physically move the item around by clicking and dragging, and then you can also use those vertically and horizontally centered design buttons as well. And then you can change the default background color of the shirt. I like white, it works best with this design. You can also choose for the clothing which types of clothing are activated. I'm gonna go ahead and select all of them because why not? And then you'll hit apply changes and that particular item is good to go, and it gives you a preview of what it might look like. I'm gonna also go ahead and play around with this design. I wanted to change the default background color to white because I thought it looked better. Again, you can use the center vertically or horizontally buttons. You can scale the image, and then you can click and drag to place it where you want, and then you'll always want to hit apply changes once you're done. So again, enable or disable whichever designs you want. I am going to show you a couple more things. The mug, particularly, it can be really fun to create a pattern on there. So you'll want to size it, scale it down, and then you have a regular grid pattern in horizontal and vertical lines, and then you have the off-centered grid, which I tend to prefer. It gives it a little bit of visual interest. So you can scale this image however you want, choose the default appearance on your website, and then you have something with a pattern on it. Okay, the other thing I want to show you is how to vertically orient an image. You will have to actually re-upload, so select replace image, and you see I have a vertically oriented version of this same image, and I'm going to click on it and press open. It'll take a little while for it to load, so while it is doing that, I'm going to go ahead and show you why that file size needs to be so big. So I've selected the duvets, comforters, and shower curtains, which are a very large dimension. You can see they need really, really big dimensions, and that's the suggested dimensions that they list there under the replace image size. That's just going to help you when you have a really clear, larger, high quality resolution. It's going to help you to fit those the artwork on a much larger product. And again, if you don't have a larger file, you don't have to have that product enabled on your shop. Okay, that's finally done uploading, so you can see now it's vertically oriented. Again, you can play around the size, the placement, the orientation. Once you like the way it looks, you could also change it into a pattern if you wanted. You're going to hit apply changes. And I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom. You can see there's other clothing items. There's so many options on here. But down at the bottom, there's a few more settings. You're going to choose up to 2 types of media that your artwork fits into. I have created some collections, but this doesn't really fit into any of those. I do want it, of course, set to public and not just for me. And then this is not mature content. Finally, after all of that, you're going to select that you do have the rights to upload it and hit save work. It's going to take a few moments to process. And once it is done, it may take about 15 minutes for that piece to actually show up publicly on your shop page. And it says that near the top of this web page once it's done loading. So you can see, yep, this might take up to 15 minutes to appear. But in the meantime, you now have a product in your shop. And this is actually a product in my shop right now. So you can go visit my RedBubble shop to check it out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video and found it helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it. Until my next video, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, God bless, and I'll see you soon.